There's a scene we had in the dressing room where, you know, he's just been fired and he's meant to be leaving. And one time he decided to come back in and punch the clock, literally.
I forgot to punch out.
And smashed it off the wall, and we're all just kind of like, wow. Yeah, there's some great characters, but Joaquin is just phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it. I think he just throws himself into a role more than anyone I've ever seen. And yeah, it's quite gut-wrenching at moments, and it's just so believable.
He embodies the skin of that guy. I mean, you go to work in the morning, he's very nice. We say hello in the morning and we say goodnight at night. But once he gets in those clothes and comes out of his trailer, he's Arthur Fleck. It was impressive to watch, and I can't wait for the audiences to see his work, because I think and Todd obviously has an amazing vision of this character and the story itself. So, and also getting to play the richest man in Gotham was fun. I love working with Todd. I mean, he was really gracious to me. I mean, when I met him, I was working on True Detective, and he was like, well, say hello to Nick for me. And then, you know, I got the part, and then I showed up, and it was just about the work. You know, I mean, he's a consummate professional. When I showed up initially in New York and I was just doing wardrobe, he brought me to the set and he goes, watch this. He made me watch Joaquin. And I said, yeah, that's deep.
Well, first of all, he's one of our greatest actors, so that helps. And he brings an incredible vulnerability and a lot of pain in all of his work throughout his career, and certainly here was no exception.
I'll tell you, it's the best script I've ever read. Working with Joaquin was, I mean, that's why I wanted to do the movie. He's so in it, and it's really what the art form is about. And it's, from reading the script, it's like an amazing cautionary tale.
You get an actor like that, you know you're going to have a plethora of takes and points of view and ways to go and modulations. And then it's just about honing that, you know, musically in the edit. It was so much fun to work on the edit of his stuff. It's what you wish for as a director.
Daddy, that's how come I learned to be funny, so I'd have something to offer.
Well, parents aren't always the best judge of things, in my opinion.
Now, does his acting technique differ from yours?
Yeah, I mean,
he sort of like self-immerses himself in the character.
Yeah, but you know, I certainly didn't find it so foreign. It wasn't alienating. He definitely brings you into his performance. It's not isolating. But he and I have completely different techniques. But the really exciting part of the film was that we had to learn to sing. And we went on that journey together for 6 months before we ever shot a frame of film. I mean, the time it takes us to make 2 movies, we had already just rehearsed together and saw each other every day and sang duets together.
And he had to lower his voice down to some unbelievable level.
He lowered his register over the course of 6 months. It was so exciting to see someone progress like that. And we became really close. So his process didn't seem that different to me. Once we'd started shooting, I felt like I knew him pretty well.
He said you were his anchor.
I just made sure he showed up. No, I'm just kidding. No, he was great, you know, and he was that for me too, because when he went on stage and he always had to sort of begin every performance by saying, hello, I'm Johnny Cash, which to me takes so much just courage to stand.
Every performance began with that.
Yeah,
hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe he got up there and said it in front of, at one point, thousands of extras. And, you know, after that, I couldn't really bow or duck out of anything. So he was very inspiring.
I think Joaquin is my cinematic crush right now. Of course, now he's going to know and he's going to be like, that's so weird. I bother him all the time that I'm going to try to pitch a musical to him. I'd do anything with him, you know. I'm like, let's do live theater down on, you know, the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. I could probably talk him into that easier than I could talk him into doing a musical.
Cinematic crush? Joaquin Phoenix, I think, is one of my talent crushes. I just love the guy and think he's so gifted. We lived together on a movie called Reservation Road, and he was a great housemate, so thoughtful and generous and just fun and cool. He had a house there, and I was looking, you know, he was in a little bit earlier than me, and I was looking for a place. He said, hey, man, why don't you just, you know, this place is like 4 bedrooms. I'm in here with my assistant. You want to just, you know, take the upstairs? And I said, sure. Yeah, that sounds great. And then we'd make dinner. You know, he doesn't like to go out to dinner. I would rather cook too. So we made dinner every night, and we hung out, and we talked. We talked a lot about the movie, and that, no one works harder than him. I mean, he works so hard. I work hard, but he works harder, and it never stops. And I just love that guy.
Now let's talk about Joaquin Phoenix. What a guy this is in this movie, and you wouldn't necessarily think he would be in this movie. On the other hand, he's perfect in this movie.
He
you know
is.
what I'm saying?
You see a real vulnerable part of Joaquin, which is when you know him. I mean, I'd never met him before. I only knew him from your show.
Well, yeah.
Although I did once, actually that's not true. I did once meet him several years ago in a restaurant, and he had ballpoint pen written all over his hands and face, I remember, and I think he was wearing a suit and tie. He's not like that anymore, though, no. He's much more of a grandma now. I wish I knew him then, actually.
Sure, he had the contract with Moet. Is it Moet or Moet?
It's Moet.
Moet.
Yeah.
But he comes on this show, and we're playing the little practical joke. He's going to leave films and so on and so forth. And then, so he takes they set him down for 2 years and say, okay, you're out of show business. You can't do that. And then he comes back, and he starts doing films, and you really get a sense of quite remarkable actor this guy is.
He is. He's an incredibly sensitive, I think hypersensitive person. And when you meet him, you really see that, you know, everything that he is incapable of filtering anything, and so ideas even too, apparently. And he just, you know, all of that comes straight through him, and you know that you see that in person, then you can see that as part of his performance. I think that's what makes him so watchable.
Date tonight?
I don't have a date. My publicist.
Wait. You don't have a date? So are you looking for someone?
I'm not looking for a date.
Are you single right now at the moment?
Yeah, I'm always single.
Wait, well, how are you always single?
Because I'm never in one place long enough to get a boyfriend. If I get a date, it's always like, oh, do you want to go out again? It's like, sure, but I'm leaving the country like tomorrow, and I don't know when I'll be back.
That keeps it romantic. That's what keeps it, you know, you want to miss them. But I like to play Cupid, so what kind of guy do you like? So in case I meet someone, I can hook you up.
Yeah, some kind of rugged, I kind of like ponytails, beard.
Really? They have to be in the business or no?
I really, do you know my massive obsession? And I'm really targeting a niche market here.
Okay.
A hair lip.
A what?
A hair lip. You know, like how
a hair
Joaquin,
lip? Like Joaquin Phoenix? Is he single?
God, I hope so. Is he? Is he?
I don't know. I'm going to find out, though. I'm going to hook. He should be so lucky. He should be so lucky.
We were at rehearsals yesterday for this because I'm presenting.
Yeah.
And they put everyone's cardboard cutouts on their seats.
Yeah.
And his was there, and I walked past, and I was like, oh, hey, Joaquin. I like sat down, put my arm around him, gave him a little kiss.
And if I could take you to a desert island right now with any leading man actor in the world, who would you choose?
Who would I choose? Joaquin Phoenix.
Does he know this?
He does now.
Sent me a picture early on, and then he had like a Jack Lord kind of, you know, idea, and I didn't like it, and we saw a flat top, and then we watched The Right Stuff, and I don't know, it seems to work.
No,
it seems to be appropriate against Joaquin's whatever, mutton chops.
You know, and Joaquin was here a couple weeks back.
Yeah, how was that?
It was really fun.
There's like 5 people who laugh right away. Here I go. How was that?
I think he confessed that he was actually not telling the truth on Letterman when he said he was engaged.
Yeah.
Is he ever on the level?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I went to a dinner after that, and I said congratulations because I bought into the whole thing. So I gave him a big hug, and then I found out it wasn't true.
And you've been working with
I
him
feel
for
as
weeks,
duped as you do, as Letterman
He
does.
also had a hard time describing the movie, and I get it because I watched it at home.
Have you described the movie?
You know, it kind of washes over you.
I mean, literally, it's like sitting down and taking a massive bong hit and watching Chinatown. Like, good luck.
So after doing the movie, did you do a massive bong hit and watch
No, I don't do
Chinatown?
massive bong hits, but if you see the movie, you should, where's the camera? Take a massive bong hit and go see this movie.